So I'm going to do some dishes. I got the dishwasher going. I said earlier that I'm out of actual dishwashing detergent, but a really good little hack is a couple tablespoons of baking soda and just a little bit of Dawn. If you have ever made the mistake that many a housewife has, don't use more than just a little bit or you'll get bubbles all over your floor. While I'm going to do some dishes, I wanted to kind of talk to you about something that I'm doing right now. Sorry for the lack of eye contact. But, right, if you know anything about me, I love food. I really do. I mean, I'm not a cake or ice cream person. I like food. I like meat. I like burgers, steak, ribs are my just have always been my very favorite food. And I've always been inquisitive to vegans and vegetarians, not like in a mean way, but in like a why do you do what you do kind of way. Like how can you be so passionate about whatever it is that you're passionate about that you would give up something as gorgeous and as wonderful as steak? And so I'm always asking these people questions, and I guess what I always tell them is if it's an animal thing, like you love animals, I always say, good for you. That's fine. That's fine. I feel like you should be passionate about something. There are people out there who are not passionate about anything. You should be passionate about something. For me, I'm quite passionate about where I buy my clothes from. I'm passionate about, I want to know for sure that my clothes are made by folks who are in the right working conditions, not child slaves, not immigrant workers that aren't being paid legally. I want to know. So basically, from the research that I've done, you're going to be hard pressed to find clothes that are affordable, that are also made in a way in an ethical way, where people are being taken care of. So that's what I'm passionate about. So I buy most of my clothes from thrift stores because at least I know that the money isn't going directly towards companies that promote ill working conditions. They're going towards that store, the thrift store that I buy it from. So that's what I'm passionate about. But as a Christian, I've done some reading in the Bible, and I know, and I usually use the Bible to back up my point about why it is okay to eat meat, and I believe it is okay to eat meat. There are verses in the Bible that say that we are free to eat meat as Gentiles. I'm allowed to eat pig, which is considered an unclean animal. But as well, I'm allowed to eat anything because it's for freedom that Christ has set us free. So I have no moral stance against eating animals. The problem I'm having now is the way animals are being raised for food. Back in the day, when you couldn't just go to the Walmart Supercenter and buy whatever kind of meat you want. You had to go to the market and you had to buy whatever was available, and it wasn't as readily available. There just wasn't this mass product of chicken like there is, now. There's so much chicken, there's so much cow, because they're being raised in a really unethical way. If you do your own research, everyone kind of knows it. It's not a secret anymore. Even like hardcore meat eaters like I used to be know that animals aren't being treated right, but we just sort of turn a blind eye to it, and that's what I've done for a lot of years. And I guess if you look in Genesis and you read about the Garden of Eden, you read that the fruit and vegetables were made for the animals and for men to eat. animals weren't made for us to eat. God has made it okay. It is okay to eat them. But when everything was perfect before the fall of man, everyone was vegetarian, and they were happy. Adam and Eve were happy like that, and probably a lot healthier than a lot of us are. So, sort of going into the new year, everybody wants to be healthier. Well, I do want to be healthier, and I have put a lot of emphasis on trading in a lot of my medicines for more natural cures. Essentially, like essential oils is mostly what I've been using. But I want to learn more and more about how to be more natural with my everyday life, because I believe that God made everything in the world. He made it to benefit man. He made it with man in mind. There's a good thing about everything that He's created, because He said it's good. So, basically, I'm vegan now. I haven't actually said those words yet, because I know in my heart, I know myself, I don't tend to finish anything that I start. If I'm honest, I say I'm vegan, but I might, in a week or so, not be. But at the moment, I just can't stand to eat anything that has died for me to eat it. Or even, you do your own research, but it's just as bad, I feel, to eat an egg from these horrible places that raise animals unfairly and in a really inhumane, horrible way. It's just as bad to eat an egg from those birds as it is to eat a chicken. So, I'm trying to find a place that raises animals in a loving way and feeds them grass, because they're meant to eat the grass of the field, not grain or whatever hormone and birds that are way bigger than they ever should have been. You just do your own research. I guess the movie that really educated me on it was this movie called Vegecated, like educated but vegecated, and I learned a lot from that. It was really eye-opening, and so at the moment, my husband's not super happy about it, but I am living as a vegan, which actually is not that hard. I thought it would be a lot harder than it is. I'm enjoying all different types of food. In fact, it's actually freeing in a way, because before I was eating only like a set of like 7 to 10 different meals. Now I'm having to learn a whole bunch of other different meals, and I'm having to learn how to really feel full and satisfied on things that are not meat or cheese. Oh my gosh, I love cheese. And I guess the dilemma I'm in at the moment is I want to be healthy, but a vegan alternative to cheese is American cheese, which is not even cheese at all. It doesn't have any dairy. It's not healthy. Has no health benefit to it at all. So if I'm trying to be healthy, a lot of the food I'm eating is going to be substitute food, which usually is not natural. So, anyways, that's where I am. I'll probably in a little bit post up the dinner I'm making tonight. I think we're going to have sweet potato fries, asparagus, some yellow squash, and I'm asking the husband to pick up some tofu. So, I hear the baby crying, so I better go get him.